back to my channel. So I am going to be doing my sister's nails for her baby shower. I'm super excited about this just because if you guys don't know, I'm going to be the baby's godmother and I'm super excited. So of course I had to do her nails for her baby boy. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping her nails. And I am just going to cut down the length a little bit. I'm just going to use my sanding band to go ahead and do that. I am not putting pressure when I am filing her nails at all, just because I do want to be able to keep the integrity of her nails. So I'm just going to start at the bottom, and then I like to circle my way around the top, making sure I'm getting everything. She didn't really have too much cuticle, so you don't see me really getting in there like how I do with some of my clients, because some of my clients, they do get a lot of dry cuticle. Where I live, it is super dry. So just so you guys knew that, a lot of my clients, they like their cuticles almost get so dry they get hard. But yeah, so with my sister, she actually lives in a different area than I do, so I feel like with her, I don't know if that has to do with her cuticles, but I feel like her cuticles look great. So super excited about that. And then after, I am going to go ahead and go in with this fine, very fine cuticle bit. Sorry you guys, I was trying to swallow. But I ended up getting this at a local nail supply store. There is other ones that are on Amazon, so I'm going to go ahead and link that down below. This is really great. This was like a game changer with my clients. This allowed them to have no lifting whatsoever, so highly recommend that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with Nail Essential square tips. These tips are the bomb, and I'm super happy I got them. Honestly, they are a 10 out of 10. If you guys have seen my other video, you guys could see what I think about the rest of their stuff. So definitely make sure to check that out. He has like a few good things. I mean, not a few. He has a lot of good things on his line. So definitely make sure to check out his site. If I can, I will link it down below. If I don't link it down below, please let me know. I'll be able to send you that link. And I'm just going to make sure that each tip is fitting from sidewall to sidewall. Normally when I'm sizing the tips, I like to start out one side of the nail and push the nail tip down to make sure it goes over to the other side. And if it doesn't, what I will do is I will size up. And if it goes over too much, then I will end up actually going in and picking up a smaller tip instead. So right here, I'm just checking if they are nice and straight, just because we don't need no crooked nails. And yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and just glue on that last one. The glue that I am using, it is from Montage Nail Supply. If you guys are an advanced nail tech or somebody who is just really quick and is pretty good about putting them on straight first, I definitely recommend this glue. It dries insanely fast, so it's almost as soon as you put it down, it is going to adhere. And you don't need to keep on holding it for a very long time, because I feel like some glues, for me, I do feel like they tend to take a while to dry. And I feel like with switching back to this glue, it cut down my full set time, which I was super grateful, because I didn't realize how long I was holding each tip down, but I feel like it made such a big difference. I went ahead and dehydrated and primed. These are two separate things, so if you guys are a beginner nail tech, just keep that in mind. Dehydrating and priming is completely different. When you are dehydrating, you are getting rid of any of the oils and making sure that there is no oils on the nail and making sure that it is completely dry on the nails. Priming is so then the acrylic could adhere really well to the natural nail plate. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I do it twice through everything just because I like to make sure I am very thorough. I do feel like that other time, or the second time doing it, I feel like it allows me to make sure everything is 100%. And yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and get my liquid, and I'm going to go ahead and pour in my cute dapping dish. I wish you guys could see it on camera because it's super cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with Desert Rose. You guys already know I love me some Desert Rose. I love Desert Rose and I love Desert Peach from Montage Nail Supply. So definitely recommend. This brush that I am using, it is a brush that you might see in my shop in a future date. So I am still testing it out to see if this is something that I would like to offer you guys in my store. So definitely be on the lookout for that. If I do, there will be announcements made on that. But I don't know, so I will let you guys wait and see. I don't want to spill the beans, but I do at the same time, but we will wait for that. But the size, it is a size 16 brush, and I am just going to go ahead and put that cuticle bead and start to blend it all the way down. And clean up the cuticle area, making sure that it is not on her skin. And I am tapping by the cuticle. I like to kind of tap, tap, tap just to kind of blend everything in and making sure that there is no dips and lumps and bumps. Next, I'm going to go in, and I am actually going to be using, Not Polish They're White, and I am just going to go ahead and put that in place, and I'm going to go ahead and drag it down. When you guys see me angle the nail completely down, it is because I'm allowing the bead to flow where I need it to go. So, and now I'm going to go ahead and kind of go along the sides and clean up the edge of the nail tip and kind of just make sure everything is nice and even. The reason why when you are doing ombres, you want them to be nice and even when you are doing your application is because I feel like it makes that much better of a blend and it makes your blend a whole lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and get that Desert Rose and I'm going to put that in and I am just going to start blending. I definitely recommend if you guys are new to doing ombres, definitely work with smaller beads and build your way up. Sometimes with certain colors it is easier to start with smaller beads up at the top just because you don't want to end up doing too much. Something that I also would recommend is making sure that white that you put on, you do it very, very thin at the top and thicker at the bottom just because I feel like the blend of it and everything looks so much nicer. And you are able to cover all of, if there, like say you end up accidentally doing it too thick, I am going to be doing another ombre right here so you guys will be able to see. I like to almost make it flush with the natural nail up at the top and then start to drag it down. So the end of the nail will be kind of, it will end up being thicker than closer to the top of the nail. So where I started, you guys could see how nice and smooth that is. And as it gets to the bottom, it is thicker. And then you guys might even see me go in with another bead like how I am right here. And that is just to thicken up the bottom. And I feel like this allows me to have a very, very pretty blend in making sure that I am not ending up adding too much of that pink. Right, now I'm going to go ahead and go in with that Desert Rose again. I am just using Desert Rose and this white on all the nails. And then I like to pick up another bead for by the cuticle. If I am working with more wet beads and since these nails are super, super long, I do like to use more of a drier bead by the cuticle, but if I am trying to build up a nail like this, I definitely recommend using larger beads and then by the cuticle doing a smaller bead. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with a clear bead of acrylic, and this is just so if there is a dip in the center of the nail and to cap it off, just because I don't know if you guys ever did ombres and didn't cap it and went in and you realized, oh my gosh, like why is the ombre going away in certain places? It's because it wasn't applied evenly and then you didn't cap it on top of that. So with that being said, the blend that you have is no longer there. So if you like the way the blend is, definitely recommend capping it because it will help seal your design in. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for the other ones because my sister did give me free range on her nails. She just wanted them to be able to match with everything. So I did feel like this would go good because it was still kind of like baby shower kind of vibe, you know. So I felt like I just wanted to be able to kind of keep it a neutral color for her. So of course that's what I ended up doing. So I went ahead and built up her nail, and then I accidentally got too small of a bead for this nail, so I did end up having to put a good amount at the bottom, and then I'm going to have to go back up by the cuticle. And then right here, I'm also going to be putting just that same nude color. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in like that and place that on there. Again, I ended up actually doing too small of a bead. I should have actually started kind of to the mid-bottom of the nail and put that on, but I went ahead and grabbed a bigger bead. I don't know why sometimes I do feel like when I am working with longer nails, I do feel like I accidentally end up grabbing too small of a bead. Like I feel like I forget what length that I'm working on for whatever reason. Even though I am working with a very large brush, you would think I would remember that, but I don't know. For some reason, I just don't. So yeah, so I am going to go ahead and get a couple more beads for right here. And I am just going to blend those in, cleaning up the cuticle as I go, just because I don't want anything to dry in the cuticle area, because I do feel like sometimes, with that being said, it ends up like getting harder to take it out. Even if you end up going to go sew the cuticle with another bit, I do feel like that's something it still like kind of I struggle with. So honestly, I just try to prevent it as much as I can, just because just having to go back and fix it, I feel like is a lot more work for me. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add acrylic in the places that I feel like it needs it, so it could have a nice and strong apex, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that down. Now I'm going to go ahead and get an 80/80 grit file, and I am just going to go ahead and start to blend all of that in. And I'm so sad these files were actually really, really good files. I feel like from the very beginning to the point to all the way to the end, I feel like they stood nice and crisp. So the other ones that you guys might see in later videos are my Adoro ones. I think that's how you say it. But I did end up getting those at a local nail supply. But I don't know, like I feel like they don't keep their the sharpness of them. And yeah, so I am disappointed that I am getting more towards the end of the pack of these. I'm kind of sad about it. But now I'm going to go ahead and go across the top. And I am just going to be blending everything in. I kind of like to start with the sides first, making sure that they are nice and straight, and then start working for the middle. But, you know, each nail is a different story, so I feel like sometimes I will start with the things that are bothering me most. So you guys see that I am filing straight down the center right there. Now I am going to go start to file towards the center, out to the sides. And I feel like that just makes sure that there is no more lumps and bumps. It just helps get rid of all of that. So if you guys are having trouble with filing, I definitely recommend trying out this method. And then I like to fill them. Oh, excuse me, you guys. I am getting sleepy over here. But if you guys are having trouble with filing, I definitely recommend trying that technique. I do feel like it helped me tremendously when I was doing nails and things like that. And even sometimes if you guys are having like trouble with the nails, and after you look at them in pictures and stuff and you're not liking it, I definitely recommend while you are there with your client to kind of take a step back and look at them all together and see how they're looking, and then go back in and work on the things that you don't like. That has helped me also, just because I do feel like sometimes I tend to fixate on one nail and then try to get everything perfect with that one, and then I don't look at them as a whole. And that was something I struggled with in the past, that I wanted every single nail to look the same. Like same how a gel set is, I want my acrylics to look that way too. So, and I felt like that wasn't happening for me at the time. So basically what I started to do is kind of like back up and look at them as a whole, like put them together, kind of have her hand model or whatever, or even watch her hand like while they're on the phone or anything like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in and seal the cuticles. This is an extra fine sanding band. This is a really great band, but also a very intimidating band as well. So with a band or with a bit like this, you do really have to be careful because I am going in and I am smoothing out the cuticle area, making sure that if there was anything that fluttered her cuticle, I am getting it out with this, and I am making sure that when her nails grow out, it grows out nice and smooth, and her nails aren't going to be looking crusty when they grow out. So the reason why I do that is just because it gives a seamless look when it does grow out. But something about this bit is that you have to be very careful. Since there is a right angle on there, you have more potential to damage someone's nail plate with this and possibly even hurt them. So definitely recommend being very, very safe with it. But I'm just going to go back and smooth everything, and then even sometimes when I am done smoothing around the cuticle, I will actually smooth across the whole entire nail depending on how it's looking. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with a buffer. Sponge buffers are something I absolutely love. I know some people, they like to go in with a carbide bit that is extra, extra fine. And basically what that will do, it will end up buffing out the nails and things like that. But honestly, with me, I love my sponge buffers. I feel like it helps smooth even more if there is any divots in the nail or anything like that. So when I was first starting out, I did feel like these sponge buffers, I feel like they helped me tremendously, and I felt like I could not work without them because they almost like form to the nail when you are buffing, so it helps get any little area, and it does really, really help me. I feel like when I would use these, I would notice a big difference in my work, and then when I would try other buffers, I was just like not too happy with them, and I feel like my work, I don't know, like it didn't completely smooth everything out, and when I would put top coat on it, it didn't seem as smooth to me. So if you guys are having that problem, definitely get yourself some sponge buffers. And I don't know if you guys seen in that last clip, I did end up having a nail bit holder, and I absolutely love that thing. So if you are thinking about getting a nail bit holder, I definitely recommend. That thing is amazing. When I go and scrub my cuticle bits and things like that, I am able to do so and nothing's falling down the drain and things like that, or I'm not dropping them all over the place. So I feel like I'm able to scrub a lot more of them at once. So of course, I freaking love that. So work smarter, not harder, type of thing with that. So definitely recommend if you're able to get your hands on that. It does also even come with a box. So say if you are wanting to quartz them, if you wanted to put quartz in that box, you are able to do so. So I love that. The white that I am using, it is another something that is from Nail Essential. And yeah, so if you guys haven't checked it out, I'm telling you guys, check it out. Look how smooth and nice it came out. I love it. And then once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and pop her into the light for 60 seconds. And the brush that I am using is Opulence Nail Pro brush. So if you guys want to get your hands on that, it is a double-sided brush that has, one is more of a liner brush that you see right here, and the other one is a detailer brush where you're able to get in all the nooks and crannies and make very, very nice and detailed lines. So if you guys are looking for a new brush, definitely recommend to check that out. And then right here, you guys will see me comparing the nails because I wanted the French tips to be equal on each hand. So of course I had to go and do that. Now I'm getting these nail decals. These are from Opulence Nail Co. And these are a butterfly decal. I am using them to do my airbrush. You guys haven't known I have been loving airbrush. If you guys have been on my Instagram and things like that and you wanted a review of how I did the butterflies, this is how. So I go ahead and press them on, they're pretty good. I like to work in layers. I don't like to put all the stickers on at once. But I'm just going to go ahead and put the paint in and start airbrushing. And I do kind of like more of a pigmented white. That is just me, but now I'm going to go ahead and get my little tweezers, and I am going to go ahead and go in and start to peel it off. And I also have this thing. This is actually to clean my airbrush, but I wanted to go in and take it off with that just because it allows it to be easier without me ripping the decal, which that is important to me. So I went ahead and did that airbrush. Now what I'm doing is I am going to go ahead and get the stencil, and I am going to go ahead and airbrush the inside of this butterfly. And you guys will see me in a later section kind of replace the stencil back on there. The reason being is because I didn't like how faint it looked. I wanted it to look very, very pigmented. So of course I had to go back and do that. The reason why I like to work in layers like that is because sometimes I feel like you're able to see some of the lines, and I'm not about that. I don't like that. I don't think it looks cute. So right here you'll see me placing the stencil back over. So this stencil is actually, I just ended up cutting out from one of the butterflies that I used in the past, and I like the size of it, so I cut that off of it. And since there was no more sticker anymore, of course I wanted to use that and do a butterfly like this. So if you guys have been wondering how I do this art, this is how I do it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get that same Nail Essential white, and I'm just going to go ahead and get my dotting tools, and I'm going to dot all over the nails, putting some very, very small dots. The reason why I'm putting the small dots is just to kind of, I don't know, just makes it more like whimsical, if that makes sense. But now I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush into the paint, and I am going to be using the detailer side of this brush. I love how it has a little ferrule that it holds the bristles all together. I feel like that makes it very easy for me, and it kind of just holds it nice and compact. So I wanted to use this side because I wanted the stars to be very small and dainty. Now I'm going to have her put it into the light for 60 seconds. White and black, I do like to have them into the light for around 60 seconds just because normally I do feel like companies, they make their white and black super, 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 super pigmented, or any dark, dark, dark colors. I would recommend putting it in for the 60 seconds. But especially in the Kiara Sky lamp, what I would recommend is making sure if you have any paint on their thumbs, tell them to angle their thumbs towards the light, because if not, their nails are going to wrinkle. If their nails wrinkle, they will end up peeling. So if they do end up wrinkling the time of their appointment, I definitely recommend fixing them at that time, because otherwise they are going to call you and they're going to tell you, hey, look, my nails peeled, and then you're going to end up having to squeeze them in another time anyways. And it's better to fix it when they're there than if they leave and then have to come back. Alright, you guys, now I'm just going to go ahead and finish up top coating. Once I'm done top coating, I am going to go ahead and put it into the light for 60 seconds. And this is a no wipe top coat, so you won't have to worry about wiping any of that down if you guys are using the same top coat as I am. The top coat that I am using is from Montage, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish that. If you guys see me wipe on my gloves sometimes while I am painting, sometimes it is because there was like lint or something in the top coat and I needed something to wipe it on, and my glove is usually like the closest thing to me and that makes it easier for me to wipe it on. So honestly, you guys, if you guys are in the nail industry, I highly recommend wearing gloves. I do feel like it helps so much, especially because you don't actually realize how much chemicals get on you until you're allergic to it. So yeah. So next, what I am going to go ahead and do is get my resin, and I am going to go ahead and put this on the nail. And these are what I did. I did end up doing like a mix of an A-B, and I also ended up doing rose gold ones on here too, just because I felt like it would look super cute. Even though she was having a boy, or she is having a boy, I did want to just have a little bit of that rose gold. I feel like it gave kind of like a sunset vibe, and especially with the airbrushing, I just felt like it would look super cute. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some around the cuticle on the airbrush nail too. If you guys haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. just because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys do feel like this video was helpful to you in any type of way, please be sure to like the video, just because it does help promote the video a little bit more and get it out there, and you will be able to help other nail techs in the industry if these are some things that they might be struggling with. So yes, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and finish up top coating, and I'm going to pop her into the light for 60 seconds again. And once I am done with that, you guys will be able to see the final reveal. If you guys want to see videos on this set also, I do have them on my Instagram, so make sure to check that out as well. My link tree will be down in the comments below, so if you guys want to find anything right there, my link tree, it does have my Amazon storefront. It does have a lot of different things, so definitely check that out if you are interested. A majority of the stuff that I use is on there, but if you're unable to find some stuff, feel free to comment down below. Alright, you guys, this is going to be the final look in just a sec. Alright guys, this is a final look. I am so excited. They came out so cute. So if you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!